It's time! Oh, yeah!
Welcome to the Joy Buzzer.
Could it be? Could it be? It is out of here! Fire! I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice.
At the 20, at the 15, 10-5, touchdown!
My brain just sparkles.
And now for our feature presentation.
Recorded in front of a live studio audience, this is the Joy Buzzer.
Oh, yeah! No, that's okay. Everybody sit down. Thank you. Thank you.
Ah, forget that. Keep it going. Come on. Yeah,
keep it going.
Yeah. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm just waving to myself in the window.
They're cheering because we have now become the best show on YouTube. Nikki Cole is here.
I am here, and I'm ready to rock in front of this live studio.
Yes.
And or
yes.
And or roll. Nah,
Yeah,
I'm just
let
ready
the
to rock.
audience, come on. Give Nikki Cola a little. There you go.
Yeah, there we
There
go.
you go.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And while they're clapping, clap for the instigator, Rob C.
Hey, what's up, people? People love an instigator.
They're now clapping for the intern Z.
Hi.
Zach Turn.
Zach Turn.
No, I hate Zach Turn.
I hate it too. Just because it has my name in it.
I am the commish. This is the world famous Joy Buzzer.
Oh, world famous.
We are world
Yes.
famous.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I like the way the audience kind of like lulls and goes quiet, and then they just bring it back up.
We start putting them to sleep, and then they remember.
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
Oh,
this
they're
is
like,
the
oh, yeah,
Joy
we're on the
Buzzer.
Joy Buzzer.
We're clapping.
We're on the Joy Buzzer.
And today is our fantasy football kickoff.
That's right.
It's a fantasy football. Oh,
Yes.
ding in there too. You
Yeah,
can
we
play
got a
two
ding
sounds
for the
at
audience.
once?
Yes.
Wow. I put that on loop.
Oh, it will.
Didn't we do that last week?
My toes are
Every
wiggling.
time we hear an excuse, it's ding, ding, ding.
The audience deserved the ding, man.
Ding.
And our fantasy football team deserves some digging. later
Right.
on.
We digging?
We digging?
Are we audience still here?
I
think they're falling asleep. They were falling asleep a little bit. Yeah.
Ding. Oh, I think somebody in the audience ate too many beans.
Oh God. This is the soundboard special. We're just gonna play with the soundboard for a half hour.
We'll just wait for Rob C to finish.
Yeah, whenever the audience is done, yeah. If they could shut up, then we could do a show here.
Oh, yeah. Zach's got to tell him to quiet down. Okay, like an NFL quarterback. Go ahead. On the
yo,
camera. On
hey,
camera.
Yo, you better quiet down now. I swear to God, I'll bring the AK out and shoot you all up like in Jacksonville.
Oh, ooh, man.
Wow.
He went dark with that.
We do not condone that here on the Joy Buzzer. And,
All right,
and
the
we
audience
do feel bad for what happened in Jacksonville.
We have sent our condolences.
Very unfortunate events.
Yes.
Terrible thing.
Write that down. Edit that out.
Okay, now we're on to fantasy football.
All right, fantasy football.
So once again, fantasy football has come around. It's the best time of the year. It's like Christmas. For geeks who love football and fantasy football.
It would only happen once, right?
All right.
I'm here. That was my ringtone.
And by the way, I'd like to give a huge thank you and shout out to the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, right here in Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Where's that crowd again?
Where we got this amazing training and hands-on skills for doing what we're doing right now. You can see in the background of my shot a couple faces walking around
That's
here.
right.
That,
the crowd can,
that are just
they
great
can only
guys.
cheer for one thing at a time.
The crowd Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
Crowd Connecticut.
The crowd can only cheer for one thing at a time.
Really appreciate you letting us use this Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
Braziers.
Yeah, Alan.
As you can see, the school worked for Nick.
Yeah, I don't teach a speech here. They just teach you how to use the equipment. Connecticut School of Broadcasting, Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
CSB.
CSB. Thank you very much.
1-800.
1-800 go CSB.
Go CSB or TV radio. I forgot.
I just wonder if it was TV radio.
I think it is.
We'll get Tommy in here.
GoCSB.com.
Is that what it is? GoCSB.com.
Listen in the commercial. You'll hear it.
Yeah, it's in the commercial.
It's in the commercial.
That's right.
Done by the great
Jazz.
Jazz.
Bailey. Are we allowed to use his last name?
We did now.
No,
We'll call him Jazz
It's
in
kind of late for
Matter.
approval. It's kind of late for the approval.
Yeah, let's give old CSB the old ding.
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 There you go.
Ding for the CSB.
Rob, I see someone you're going to like.
So,
Okay.
Don't tell me.
So we're
fantasy
gonna-
football has come upon us yet again.
All right.
So if
It
you
is that
look at-
time of year.
If you look at the fantasy football magazines,
Yes.
Yes.
for the most part, on the most covers that I've seen, has been Alvin Kamara from New Orleans, the running back.
I don't blame them. He had a great year last year.
But
And
would
of course,
you
he was
put
on my
him
team.
as the top-rated running back?
Oh, I'm looking at
Not,
a couple
no,
lists.
not now.
I'm looking at a couple lists. He's not even sniffing the top 5
Right.
of running backs.
No, I
I
wouldn't.
have the list
wouldn't.
I have. He is 7th overall in the whole draft as
And
what
fa-
they have
All
Kamara
right, well,
as.
the list, I'm either got Le'Veon Bell number 1.
Le'Veon Bell's 1 on
Right.
mine.
David Johnson.
David,
First overall pick.
see, David Johnson
Nope.
Murray's
Well, what-
coming off an injury.
What are you?
That
It
looking,
was his jaw.
are you looking at? Just what?
I'm looking at
Wasn't
one
his,
list.
was his
wasn't he
wrist.
it was a
It was
wrist.
his
It was a wrist
wrist.
interview. My bad.
Actually, the
Go ahead.
list I'm looking at,
Go ahead.
Todd Gurley's your number 1 back.
That was
Yeah.
really my number
With,
2.
I would say that.
Le'Veon Bell.
I have him ranked 2nd overall pick.
Yeah.
Gurley.
Le'Veon Bell and David Johnson and Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
So
That's what I have.
You know, as much as I hate picking a Cowboy, if I get a chance to grab Ezekiel Elliott, I will.
He's
As
the only
much as
one
I
that's going to do something on that
despise
team.
The
right.
Cowboys.
Well, here's another thing. What do you think Saquon Barkley's going to do, and how's he going to affect fantasy rankings?
I don't know.
Is he going to blow this league up?
I honestly
No.
haven't seen
No.
that much of him. He only played about 5 plays in the preseason. That was
He's
it.
not only because of the offensive line he plays behind,
Yeah.
Right.
and because of the strength of schedule that they're playing. They have a tough schedule.
And
The-
that's
the
what
Giants.
everyone's saying, Philadelphia's got to play him twice a year. We got the top run defense, and they don't have an offensive line.
Right.
So what's scary about him?
A lot of things scary about Saquon Barkley. I'll just tell you that. 'Cause
I
get it.
If you're one-on-one
But
with
college
Saquon,
is a totally different animal
but
than
here's the thing:
pros.
Saquon has so many abilities at his disposal. It's not even funny. If you're one-on-one with him out in the open field, you're gonna lose probably 100% of
that
the time.
sounds sexual. 100% of the time.
100.
Almost
That means he
100%.
never loses.
Intern Z throwing down some big numbers.
He's a good running back. I can't lie about that.
Oh, you
Is he a
can't.
good
yeah,
And
running
it
back?
sucks that he's with a rival, but he's
Is he a good or a great running back?
Yeah. Is
Well,
he a-
only time will tell.
Ooh, very good answer.
Yes.
I like that. Very smooth.
That's right. For those who remember, Blair Thomas also came out of Penn State, highly touted, but he's nowhere in the talent class that Saquon
That's one thing about
Barkley.
Barkley. He obviously
He's
has
legit.
the talent. He's got the. Have you ever seen him? He's built like a brick shithouse. The guy's just,
Little bit.
He's
Yes.
just a beast.
A little bit. Watching his lifting videos from the old Penn State was
Yeah.
just, it's stupid how much
Lift-
weight that
lift-
man can throw around and make it look
yeah.
easy.
According to this ranking that I'm looking at, even as a rookie, he's still in the top 10 as a player. They're
Well,
saying
again,
he's about 8th.
That's
But again, so was Elliott though. When
I have him
Elliott came out
6th
of
on my
college, he
list.
was also in the top 5. So, but
Well,
Elliott blew
but-
up for his first year though because of
Yeah,
his
well,
offensive line though.
yeah, he's playing
So,
behind a
yeah.
really good offensive line.
But again, we have to see what Barkley would do. Again, he only played
Right.
5 plays in the preseason.
So
And one was a
And-
huge gain.
And
so.
the thing is, though, I think if the Giants are smart, the way they utilize him is more as an RPO option, where he's going to get the pass out of the backfield.
See, you can't run RPO with Eli.
Well, I don't know
if Nick
if Nick Foles can run the RPM.
True, but there's a difference. Nick Foles is only 28. Eli's 37, 36, around there. His best seasons are behind him. He doesn't have. I don't think he has the ability to change horses in midstream.
We'll
I really
horses
don't.
in midstream.
Yeah, I don't think he has the ability to go into a new offense.
Is he peeing in midstream or running horses in midstream?
You ever hear the old saying you shouldn't change horses in midstream?
No, mid gallop. Maybe.
Goddamn millennials.
Speaking of Giants, did you see that huge contract OBJ signed? Huge
and then
project.
Aaron Rodgers came and crushed that with that humongous contract.
Yeah, what was? I heard rumors about Aaron Rodgers getting the biggest contract ever.
Aaron
I
Rodgers
think it was $100 million guaranteed, but overall the contract was $134 million.
For how many years?
5 years.
5 years, $134 million.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers
And
is
I'm gonna look for that right now.
He is taking up 17% of Green Bay's
their
cap
salary
space.
cap.
It's ridiculous.
He's taking up 17%.
Because I know I saw that going back to if Rodgers is going to get that, what's Wentz going to get? But that's another story. That's next week.
We got a couple more years for that.
That's next
week.
week.
A couple more
We're
years.
talking fantasy here.
Don't compare Wentz to Rodgers.
Not yet.
I'm seeing 4 years, 134 mil.
4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
Well, the fifth might be a team option.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Don't talk about it yet.
Well, since we're doing that, why don't we do what do you got fantasy quarterback wise? Who do you see as your top fantasy quarterback?
That's tough.
That's tough because I see a
That's
lot
tough.
of different.
I think Aaron Rodgers is number one.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Aaron Rodgers, without a doubt, is number one.
Is he? I mean, who's he throwing to nowadays? And see, here's the thing.
Who did they pick
Jimmy
up?
Graham.
Jimmy Graham, and then there was
Jimmy Graham.
the receiver too.
Doesn't matter who he's throwing to because he's one.
It don't matter who he's throwing to. Rodgers just comes out of nowhere with these great
didn't
throws.
They
I don't know.
Crabtree?
No, he went to Baltimore.
Oh, Baltimore. I knew it was somewhere. I couldn't remember what. No.
It does matter in fantasy, though. I believe you got to have a good core of players.
But I'm saying
for
if you have
quarterback.
Aaron Rodgers and no other Green Bay wide receiver, it don't matter who he's throwing to. Some of the throws he makes are insane.
Rob, let me ask you something. Who does Tom Brady throw to every year? And Tom Brady puts up decent.
That's what I'm going by.
A lacrosse player?
A lacrosse.
true.
That's what I'm talking about. They got
You
the
got
bagger.
a point there.
Aside from Gronk, Brady has nobody.
They got the bagger from Line 3
Amendola?
Walmart.
Well,
He's
yeah.
now Miami.
Amendola's
But
Miami.
I'm sorry. They say Julian Edelman is this great receiver. Julian Edelman is adequate at best.
Edelman? Like the cakes?
Edelman. Julian Edelman is adequate at best.
Right.
He'd be a number 3 receiver on your team.
Right.
He'd be a slot.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, Tom Brady puts up huge, and I think Tom Brady's probably number 2 this year.
That's what I have him
And
ranked
the
as
one thing that
second
has
quarterback.
the one thing that has Aaron Rodgers going number one is because if you look when he was out for a year and came back, he threw 40 touchdown passes after his injury.
Rodgers is just a beast.
He is. There's no doubt about it.
Do we want top 5, top 10
Yeah,
quarterbacks
top-
I have ranked right here?
Yeah.
Go your top 10. Go ahead, Nick. You first. Who's your top 10?
So we got 1 is Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, agreed.
2 is Tom Brady.
Agreed.
Then we have 3 is Cam Newton.
I was going to say Cam Newton was 3.
He puts up big fantasy numbers. That's what you got to look at this. We're looking at this fantasy wise.
Yeah.
Right.
We're not looking at
Because
this as
this is the
on the
fantasy
field.
special, right?
Right,
Yeah.
but somebody who could suck on the field could put up huge like Tom Brady shocks me because he doesn't put up good fantasy numbers ever.
Oh.
He gets you the 1, 2, maybe a couple few huge games a year, but other than that, he doesn't put up great numbers as fantasy. So I don't know why he's top there every year.
Did Carolina sign a big receiver this year?
Yes, DJ Moore out of Maryland.
That's right. They drafted me.
Yes,
I forgot.
He's
Okay.
he's good.
And then this
So him
has
McCaffrey.
Yeah.
This has tied for 4th is Carson Wentz and Russell Wilson.
Shoot. Well, this list I'm looking at has really got some weird entries in it. They have Rodgers and Brady at 1 and 2, but then they have Russell Wilson in the list, and Deshaun Watson.
I was just about to say, next,
Deshaun Watson better.
6th ranked, they have Deshaun Watson. I think even more ridiculous on this list is 7th ranked is Andrew Luck.
Yeah, I matter of fact, that's what they.
Are we on the same website?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'll tell you
Because the other guy, just above Andrew Luck, who should be way above Andrew Luck, is Drew Brees.
I have him under
He should
Luck.
be a lot.
You
higher.
have him under
He's
Luck?
under Luck.
You know what? I agree that Drew Brees should be lower.
Lower?
Why?
He should be. I'm telling you, he doesn't deserve me in the top 10 anymore.
Why?
Well, this has
Because New Orleans is now a running team.
don't know.
With Kamara.
No.
They got Kamara and they got the who's the other kid? The Ingram.
Ingram, yeah. No,
Yeah,
They
but
got
both
a
those-
1-2 punch.
And the one thing that both those bags do well is catch out of the
True,
backfield.
but I think they're more of a running team
but
now.
the thing is, I think the older Drew Brees get, the better he gets.
Well,
You know what? He's not throwing as much. He doesn't
Right.
have to throw as much.
And he doesn't
And now
scramble
who's
as
he
much.
throwing to besides Kobe Fleener?
No, he got the kid Michael Thomas at Ohio State a couple years
Who
ago.
stinks.
Stinks.
He
He's one of the best wide
stinks.
receivers in the league.
I had him for
Ever.
fantasy last year and he blew dog.
This has Drew Brees
And he still
and
with
Kirk
Marcus
Cousins.
Colston, right?
You know
No,
what?
Colson's gone.
Kirk-
Colson's
Good.
gone for a while.
Drew Brees and Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is
going
going to surprise people because I think he's going to do really well.
Really?
in
See, I think
this.
so.
Minnesota.
Nah, in Minnesota, I think he's going to do really well.
He's got a
in Minnesota.
defense now behind him.
It depends.
Yeah, but he don't play defense.
Well,
and he
No,
don't worry
but
about
he doesn't have to
defense.
worry about
He's got
putting up 40 points a game
Right,
to win.
and you know what? He's got a 1-2 running attack with the kid who got hurt last year, Dalvin Cook, and Lat Murray. So he's not going to. He doesn't throw that much.
Yeah, but the throws that he makes though, he's got a really good core of receivers to throw.
Does he?
to.
You think Stephon Diggs is a great receiver?
Yeah, I didn't say he was great. I said he's got a really
gonna-
good
he's
core
gonna come up.
of
Adam
receivers.
Thielen.
He's going to catch the
They
ball when you
each
throw it
have
to him.
one good year.
He could
and
be.
you're all going to suck as Johnson? Come on,
He's gonna,
guys.
hey, hold on a second. I'm saying he's going to be Russell Wilson-esque when Russell Wilson was really good a couple years ago because all he's got to do is move the sticks.
When was Russell Wilson really good in
It was-
fantasy?
In fantasy,
Life is just a fantasy.
life is just a fantasy.
Now it's your fantasy life.
You know what? People.
I don't think Kirk Cousins is going to do that good in fantasy.
Well, real
To
quick, round
my-
out the
Go
top
ahead,
10.
round out your top 10.
Ben Roethlisberger. Rapies.
I don't know.
All
puts
because
up-
of Brown and Schuster Smith.
He
That's
puts
it.
up big fantasy numbers.
And Bell.
Actually, on this list, there's one person above Ben Roethlisberger. Actually, no. Sorry, never mind. He's 2 slots below Ben Roethlisberger.
Two slots.
Is that
Don't
Ben
you
Dover?
dare. Don't you
Ooh.
dare.
Who could that be?
Who could that be?
Where does he? This one has him ranked 15th.
And who is it?
Who could it be?
I don't know. I think we're waiting.
That's who it
that
is.
guy.
That took forever.
That guy.
So what? Your list has him ranked as 12th?
I believe so. Yeah. This list is weird. I actually
Well,
have to.
I
Count.
get the same problem with him as everybody else. Who is he throwing to?
Right.
Washington has nobody.
No.
But
And
Again, I think Washington went downhill again.
He's not that type of quarterback that, like a Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady, where it's
Right.
the guy making the receiver look amazing. It's, he needs someone to help him catch that football.
And he's got no rushing attack. He's got no receivers.
right. So who do we have as a sleeper quarterback that somebody could pick up? Who's going to be who's
Derek
going
Carr.
to surprise?
Derek Carr.
Okay.
You
Derek
count him
Carr
as a
has a-
sleeper?
Yeah.
I think Derek Carr under Gruden's going to do really, really well.
Yeah. People are sleeping on him.
Yeah,
All right. Who do you think, Kamish? You got anybody?
yeah, I do. And you guys are going to laugh.
I got one.
Tyrod Taylor.
That was going to be mine. I swear to God, that was
I
Tyrod
think
Taylor is going to be my
Tyrod
sleeper.
You know what?
Could.
After
It's
watching
gonna
him in
have
that
a great
preseason game,
Yes. Yes. And he's got people that know how to catch a ball.
Josh
they're
Gordon's
going
now
to
been
catch the
active, so he.
That was my sleeper was Tyrod Taylor.
and he's a pro quarterback.
Yeah.
And he still has some legs too, so he's got some escapability.
Yeah.
And doesn't turn the ball over.
And he does right, and he doesn't turn the
he
ball.
won't
over.
And
lose
you
points.
can get him in probably round 13, 14, or 15 in your fantasy draft. He'll be there.
Gosh, that pick, honestly, you guys convinced me because that beats my pick.
2021 is what he's ranked. 21st. What do you got?
Yeah, and I think he's going to have a pretty amazing season this year. Jimmy Garoppolo.
You know
I was
what?
leaning towards him.
God, I'm sorry. I got Nick.
That was another name I was thinking, but I think Tyrod has more weapons.
Weapons.
Sorry.
Did you see the report that came out that a high-ranking New England Patriot official said that the rest of the league will figure out Jimmy Garoppolo and he will not have as good a season, as good a career as people think he will?
Well, he may not have a great career, but I think he's going to have a great season this season.
Unless people figure him out.
So you think
You would think he's got enough tape
so
now
you
that
think
people
he's
will
going to
figure it out.
be kind of like a Kaepernick or a Tim Tebow?
I don't know.
Or as soon as you figure
No,
him out,
I don't know.
I don't really know. Garoppolo's
he's a-
kind of like his own thing. You
he's a
really
different-
can't-
right, yeah.
you really can't compare him because he only played about 5 games at most, and
Well-
right now he's still undefeated.
Right,
I'll just
and
put
don't
that out
forget
there.
he played games where he started in New England
Yeah.
as well. So there is tape enough on him. And if out of those starts that he played in New England when he went to the 49ers, if people didn't figure him out from those, I think, 5 or 6 starts that he had in New England, he's going to do well.
Yeah.
And I think San Francisco has surrounded him with some decent talent that he's going to work.
They started building a team for him.
Yeah. Right.
It was they didn't just throw him into like all the
well,
quarterbacks.
even when they
were
threw him
doing
in there
Cleveland.
last year, though, he was pretty
He did-
spectacular
he
with the
did well.
direct that the 49ers had.
Yeah.
That goes back to them just not having tape on him yet, really. But I don't know. I think he's going to be decent. I don't think he'll be
Fantasy wise, I think he's going to be a
yeah.
big sleeper and he's going to get you a lot of points.
Yeah.
Even if he's your number 2, you throw him in there when your main quarterback's got a bye or
week,
something.
yeah.
He's your bye week guy,
safe backup. Because he doesn't.
Or if he's playing a team that has a
He doesn't.
bad offensive or pass defense and stuff.
Right.
I throw him in there.
He doesn't play dumb. He plays smart football.
Yeah.
So he's not really going to hurt you, but he may just. That's a good backup too.
Yeah. Right. But I agree with you guys. You guys convinced me. I think Tyrod is going to be spectacular
I think
in fantasy this
he
year.
may be a starter.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It depends if we don't have a better quarterback.
If you don't have one of those top 5 elite quarterbacks.
Yeah.
If you don't,
I'll
Brady
tell you
Rodgers.
I'll tell you why he won't be a starter
top
right
10.
away. Right, he might be a starter by the end of the year,
Why
but right
would he
away
not be a starter for your fantasy team?
because it's Cleveland, and that's the only reason.
So you
It's
give him a
Cleveland.
couple weeks. You see what he does.
I'll bet you by week 9 he may be your starter, but right now, first 3-4 weeks,
No, you want to be.
no.
You don't want to be.
Especially if you have an Alex Smith or
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins, or Case Keenan
As your starter?
as your starter, and then you bring, but you also draft Tyrod.
If you have
Casey
those,
King-
if
you
you
had
have
those
those
guys, I'd be-
quarterback, I'd pick Tyrod first before
gonna-
all
I'd be
them.
begging. I'd be
I
begging
know.
for Tyrod.
I know.
What's Casey Keenan going to do in
Because-
Arizona?
No, he's in Denver.
He's in Denver.
He's in
Denver.
Denver.
Nothing.
Who's in Arizona?
rookie,
That's
Josh
Sammy
Rosen.
Sleeves. Sammy Sleeves.
Then Sammy Sleeves. That's
Yeah,
right,
Sammy
Bradford.
Sleeves. Jeez.
And
He's
Mike
still playing?
Lennon. Sammy Sleeves is going to be a starter.
still plays.
He's going to start this year.
Where's he starting at?
Arizona.
Oh, that's right.
He's throwing to
You
Larry
know who
Fitz.
also might be a sleeper?
How is Larry Fitzgerald still playing? That's what I want to know.
Because he's awesome.
Get that man a ring.
Ridiculous.
You know who also might be a sleeper?
who, Zach? Tell us.
Patrick Mahomes.
Petma.
Patrick Mahomes. Kansas City quarterback.
Another year under Andy's.
Yes.
He's
tutelage.
playing for Andy, and they got some talent on that offense.
Tyreek Hill.
Kareem
Bad
Hunt,
man.
he's running back.
Bad.
Travis Kelsey. I mean, yeah, there's some
So
talent.
again,
Yep.
would it be a starter or would he be that?
I
bye
think
week
he'd
guy?
be my backup,
That's a
just in
backup.
case.
That's a backup because it's only his second year. He didn't
Yeah.
start last year. Very much. I think it was the last game he started. Yeah, he would have to
I
be
would
your backup.
I would be your backup just in case. Because he might have cold feet right out the gate. You never know. He's a rookie.
All right, let's discuss some wide receivers.
Absolutely.
Ooh,
Let's see
used
what
to
we
be
got.
tight ends.
Hey.
But now they're
we got?
wide receivers.
Oh, I see what you did there.
All right, everybody's consensus number 1.
Antonio Brown.
There he is. Yep, I got him on my list.
That's hard not.
And,
Yeah, you can't argue that.
Right
It's
on my
just-
list.
nobody comes close.
He's the best in the league. You can't
Yeah.
argue. with
Absolutely. So if you is he, the question is, do you draft him with the number 2 pick, number 3 pick? Would you take how
that.
high?
He's
how high
definitely
would you
going
take
top
him?
5.
Usually,
definitely.
it's
Maybe top 3.
first overall pick is one, and then the other one is the top wide receiver.
Yeah.
Usually,
You got to be top running back or top wide receiver in
But
the first two
if it
picks.
was me,
Either-
if it was me, and I was if it was the first round, I would go for a running back because a good running back is hard to find.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, most
tell us
definitely.
exactly what you're gonna do when we all draft together on Sunday. Believe
That's
I don't
okay.
care. It depends on what pick we
But it
get. If I get
depends.
number 1, you know what I'm doing.
right.
Trading
That's
it.
pretty much there's a consensus that if you're
Who
gonna
wants
pick
number
number
1?
1,
Trading it.
Trading it.
unless
You can pay my fantasy fee and get a number 1 pick.
I
unless
want
there's
pick
a-
number 12. There's only 10 teams. I want pick 12.
All right, so on this list that I have, the number 2 wide receiver, DeAndre Hopkins.
That's what I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Watson, yeah.
If Deshaun stays
That
healthy,
agrees too.
Yeah.
As
That's
long
right,
as,
Mr.
as,
Phone.
as long as Big Tom Savage isn't throwing to him,
Big Tom.
then I think
So do you think his number he's ranked so high because of the quarterback as well?
Yes.
Is being they're actually going to play
Deshaun
together
Watson.
this year.
Yeah.
yes.
That-
And they're both Clemson kids, so
That could be a big matchup if you look at. I like the
If-
pair.
if you
I like
pair.
the pair. Good quarterback with a good receiver that they're going to throw to a lot.
Yeah.
That could be a good combination.
And
this
they're
year.
both kind of young too,
Right.
So that's
Yeah,
going to be
so
there
that's-
for
And if
a
they
decade.
can, if
you
they
got a
can
keeper
lean on
league,
each
right?
other,
Right.
Yeah.
If you got a keeper league, that's something that you go for, right? Right, Commish?
Hate keeper leagues, but yes. Hate them. Hate them, hate them, hate them.
yeah. Number 3 is
Abolish them.
Julio Jones.
Julio Jones. Julio Jones.
Wait a minute. The thing about Julio, last year he had a decent year?
Not
So he-
great. He was injured a lot, right?
so
Didn't he miss
he's-
a few games?
Yeah, he did.
You know what, 94 receptions?
So this, you know what? This year's gonna have a huge year because he's like that every
You think
year.
a bounce-
every
bounce
every
back.
other year.
He
hot and
was
cold.
injured last year. He still had 94 receptions and 1,400 yards.
So he's going to have the bounce back here.
So this year's gonna have 112 receptions, probably 1,800 yards, and I'm gonna say 15 touchdowns.
It'd be pretty good.
Yeah, that's a hell of a season. Who's got four? Who's got four? Who's got four?
I got
Oh,
ODB.
damn.
Oh,
Well,
D-back.
Yeah,
Right.
I think we are looking at the same list. We'll find out. I don't know. Does
Again, but if you really look at OBJ, he's been hurt a lot. He hasn't practically finished the season in like couple years.
I'm over him. I'm just over him.
Yeah,
I don't want him. I don't. You still
And
got to
I'm-
factor
and
into
I'm
it's Forrest Gump throwing to him.
well, that's the other thing. How good is he going to be with Manning throwing to him? And behind a Swiss
Again-
cheese offensive line,
Right, they're gonna-
who's not going to be the best at pass protecting. I haven't seen him this preseason, so I don't know if that line has got any improved any.
I don't think it has. To be honest with you.
I'll tell you what worries me. I'll tell you what worries me about OBJ.
What worries you?
Hey, Sean, what's worrying you?
Say Barkley's having a great game.
Right.
Okay, so the defense decides we're going to stack the box. We're going to put 9 in the box to stop Barkley. So you're leaving OBJ one-on-one with any cornerback in the league.
Oh.
I will take OBJ against any cornerback in the league any day of the week, and I can't stand Beckham, but I will take him over any.
That goes
Would
back
a free
to
safety over?
that's got to go to Eli's got to get that ball out
Yeah.
quick.
You know
But
what?
here's the-
And
here's the-
accurate.
Yo. Say what you will about Eli.
He
Two
got
Super Bowl rings.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
he does.
come
I was
on.
like
Two
I
Super
was
Bowl
gonna-
rings, Nick.
I was gonna.
Come on.
I was gonna agree with the
Right.
commissioner. He's hot and
Everybody in
cold.
North Jersey's just literally pulled out and just
Yeah.
You know what?
You can hear it.
Again,
You can hear it.
I've been calling him Forrest Gump for 15 years, but 2 Super Bowl rings.
And even when they're bad, he does have a couple games every year where he surprises the hell out of
Right.
you.
Again,
yeah.
I'll agree with the commish.
So-
He's another one that's hot and cold every other year.
All right, so who's the
Because
back?
if you
Who's
look,
the last 5 of receivers? Sorry, Zach, we got to get moving here.
Right. Yeah.
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen. God damn, wait.
AJ Green.
Oh, Michael Thomas.
Ooh.
see, he's top 5. Man.
I have him next.
Overrated.
Devontae Adams.
Way overrated.
Yep. Mike
A-
Evans.
And AJ Green is still on this list?
9 Mike
in
Evans.
Cincinnati? Wow.
AJ Green's
I have
still
him as
good.
6th. 6th.
And you
still
said
good.
you said Mike Evans already, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tyreek Hill. We mentioned Tyreek Hill. And I can't believe this guy's still on a list. Doug Baldwin? Really? Doug
Another
Baldwin?
One. Another one.
The one I
stinks.
was shocked at top 10 right here is T.Y. Hilton.
Twy?
Twy Hilton.
Is he? He's not. Is he still a Colt?
I
Yeah.
see in
He's still
Indiana. Well,
Yes.
I don't see.
That shocks
He
me.
can't get open anymore.
Nope.
No.
No.
There are people
He
figuring it
can't
out.
get open. He can't get like, I can't remember his name now, Jazz. He can't open like Jazz anymore. Open your mouth, Jazz.
Wow.
Good lord.
Ew.
All right, you want to do tight ends real
Quickly,
quick before we
quickly.
Are we tight ending it or are
Well-
we defensiving?
We know top 3: Gronk, Kelsey, Ertz.
Right. That's what I was going to say.
Anything? Am I wrong there?
Oh, hold on a second.
Come on,
Let's see.
come on. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Slow down.
Waiting.
Yeah.
Is it going to be today?
I see Gronk and Kelsey and Ertz. Yeah, you're right.
Top 3 there.
Yeah.
And then you got your defense. Defense.
Defense
Yes.
is tricky.
Do you put Jacksonville number 1? Now
That's
they
what-
might have the best defense in the league.
This list has Jacksonville as
This-
one.
yeah.
Are they
Same
the
here.
top scoring defense in the league? And do they
did-
score a lot on special teams?
Oh, hold on. We're talking.
But also, did they create a lot of turnovers, too?
Fantasy specific. So
Right.
yeah. So Jacksonville would be because they do generate a lot of turnovers.
Yeah.
This has 2 as Philadelphia.
Philadelphia Eagles.
The
Which they
list
should be.
The
They-
list I have has the LA Rams.
This is 3.
With,
I think
with all
they-
the
I
big
think-
names that they signed,
I
maybe
think they're one and the same.
with all the big names with Marcus Peters back there, Keep Talib, now Adama Kansu.
Yeah, but you know what?
Bless you.
Do you remember when the Eagles did that? They already had a decent defense, and they brought in Namdi, and they brought in the other
Nani Absanawa.
Curse or whoever.
Asanahua.
And they brought in all these people, and it's
Yeah, 4-12.
Right. Now, do you believe that could happen to the Rams?
Yes, I could believe it because their preseason wasn't that good. But again, preseason. So
Right. Don't base anything on preseason.
I know.
We got Minnesota fourth.
Right, which was a great
gosh.
defense last year.
Until they
we
came to
definitely showed
Philadelphia.
them.
Until the NFC Championship.
Until they got
game.
exposed.
Definitely
Right.
expose that great defense.
Until Big Dick
Right.
Nick took care of things.
Exactly. Actually, I have 2 defenses above them on my list.
Above Minnesota.
Above Minnesota?
Above Minnesota. Surprisingly enough, and this may be a legacy pick for some people, Baltimore Ravens.
Baltimore Ravens.
It seems they're always. I think they're still slurping on the.
I don't think so.
Of that, is that a good unit?
I think they're done.
I don't know. I think
they're
Terrell
toast.
Suggs still has something left in him. CJ
Nah,
Mosley.
Sizzle is
I think
done.
that's done. Yeah.
No, they've got to fall out of the top 15. I would take it like 17, 18.
And-
Los Angeles Chargers?
The Los Angeles Chargers.
Really?
They're building.
they're
building.
they're
But
sneaky.
how many times have we
No,
heard them
they're
building? They've been
telling
building
you.
since the long
You know
as
what I
I've
say?
been alive.
Wait
You know what
till
I
you see
say
this-
to actually
this team.
start the building process? I say just wait till Rivers retires, then draft a quarterback. Because Rivers, he's
They
not going
should've
to give up.
drafted-
I don't think Rivers is your problem.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I really
man.
don't.
I don't know.
Well, remember, this was a team that, as bad as their record was last year, they lost, 4 or 5 games by 2 points or less?
Yeah.
Yep. By less than a touchdown. I know
Less
that.
than a touchdown.
So yeah,
You know-
they're a sneaky team.
I like the Chargers.
Round out the
Go ahead.
top 10 over here. We got Houston, New England, Denver, and New Orleans. I don't agree with Denver.
Yeah.
right there.
Denver
No,
deserves
Denver
it.
lost
Denver.
it.
Not at all.
The other teams absolutely, but Denver does not
And
deserve
even
to be
New
up there.
England?
Even with
Yeah,
Houston,
New England does.
You think?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say New England.
You know what?
know what?
Never
That's
fall asleep on New
another one.
England.
I don't think their defense is that high.
yeah.
they may have improved it over this
Because I
preseason.
took them last year as a high-ranked defense, and they did nothing.
They
for
were
me.
Swiss cheese last
Nothing.
year.
Yeah.
They were Swiss cheese last year. But that's one thing. Belichick was a defensive guy, so I think maybe he took a little onus to the fact that defense was not that good last year, and it let him down in big spots.
Yeah.
Like
but
Super
yeah,
Bowl 52.
exactly.
Woo.
Yeah, Houston Texans, are they going to be that good?
Depends if J.J. Watt's healthy.
Watt is
It's all Watt.
healthy. It all depends on
Yeah,
if
it's
Watt
all
is
Watt.
healthy.
And
Watt
Clowney.
and Clowney.
Clowney.
Yeah.
They're both healthy.
Right.
Sure, great. Look out.
Yeah.
But
good luck to any
And
quarterback.
if they're linebacker, you stay off the juice. Cushing.
Cushing.
If he
but
gets
the
it-
juice is fun.
Yeah.
And also,
the juice is good.
they signed Tyrann Mathieu on the off season.
Yeah, but he's done.
No.
Yeah, he's
Tyrann
done.
Mathieu still won the.
Are we going
safety.
kickers?
He's done. So we were taking a break.
I was just making a joke.
We might as well do kickers. We got 10 seconds left.
Go ahead.
Gronkowski, or no, what's his name?
Goskowski.
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 Hauschka. Is Hauschka still in the league?
Yeah, he's a Buffalo, isn't he?
What is?
Zach, but
Now I'm curious to see who the.
I'm looking at two.
Jake Elliott.
No. Greg Zerlin. Is he
Rams.
the
Rams.
Rams, yeah.
Legatron.
Legatron.
Is Legatron still in the league?
I don't think so.
Chris Boswell from Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's.
Maybe. Just signed a
Matt
contract.
Bryan in Atlanta.
Well, you want to base your kicker on how many times your team gets in scoring position.
Justin Tucker.
Tucker's the
Oh,
best kicker in the
my.
league.
Yes.
He's
Tucker's the
up
best
there.
kicker in the league.
That or Matt Bryant.
I had
No,
Tucker.
Tucker's number one.
I had Tucker
Harrison
on both
Bucker.
teams.
How about Harrison Bucker
Chris
in
Boswell.
Kansas City?
They got rid of
How about Will Lutz?
And that's
Kansas City. Didn't they get rid of Santo? Whatever the hell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hell yeah. That man was terrible.
Hey, God, Graham Gano is still kicking in this league.
Matt Prater.
A Graham Ganoga field goal.
Graham
Absolutely.
Graham
Gano
Gano.
from Carolina.
Good field goal.
Jeez.
Good field goal.
Matt Prater still going?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Josh
He's in
Lambo.
Detroit, right?
And
Yeah.
Adam Vinatieri still
yeah,
kicking.
I was about to say the Big V is still kicking in Indiana.
Vinatieri,
In a dome, half his games in a
right.
dome.
Shockingly, Dan Bailey from Dallas. He's usually pretty decent.
Bailey's a good kicker.
And he kicks inside.
And how about that Ryan Suckup? Everybody loves a good suck
Where's
up.
he at now?
Still in Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee
Still
still.
in Tennessee. Tennessee.
But what about our man Jake Elliott, who nailed a
Nobody's
61
there.
yarder?
Is he even on here?
Nobody's nailed it. You know what?
Oh, fifth.
I have Cody
Really?
Parkey.
Fifth?
I have Cody Parkey on this list.
Yeah, for Cleveland.
Chicago.
Oh, Chicago now?
What's his
When did Cleveland drop him?
Elliott didn't have a good season last year.
I'll tell you what, Elliott can hit the long ones, but he can't hit the medium
That's what I
range.
mean.
Yeah.
25 to 40, he sucks.
Yeah, put it at 62 and he'll kick it every time.
For last night's board, he hit a 55-yard.
Right.
Right. And here's my favorite. I may draft this guy just for his name.
Ooh.
Giorgio Tavecchio.
Hey, the Oakland kicker. He didn't do that bad last year.
Giorgio Tavecchio.
Where did Janikowski go?
Seattle.
Seattle?
Yep.
Oh gosh, really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. But that kid's not that bad.
That's it. So there's your kickers, folks.
I think I'm going to take was it Jacksonville's kicker? Just so I can own a Lambo.
Lambo.
That's the only reason. That's my kicker. Nobody take him.
I'm going to choose Dickie Hertz.
Oh, man, the crowd loves that one.
Last segment, he comes up.
All right, that was our fantasy look at.
Look at?
We looked at fantasy.
All right.
God.
Thanks, folks. We'll be right back after the break and everything.
And everything.
And everything.
That's a hell of a toss.
Woo! Ding. Bring it up. Ding.
You're listening to the Joy Buzzer, sports talk with a buzz.
Broadcast media is all around you, and it's the people with media skills who work in this amazing industry. How do you gain those skills? The Philadelphia area campus of Connecticut School of Broadcasting. Affordable training in months, not years, without decades of debt. 1-800-TV-RADIO or GoCSB.com.
I am the commish.
And I'm Rob C., the instigator.
Nicky Cola over here.
And we are the Joy Buzzer, the premier sports talk show, sports talk with a buzz.
And if you like our new sports talk channel here on YouTube Live, please subscribe.
And if for some crazy reason you like the show, smash that thumbs up button. Don't forget to hit the bell to get our notifications so when we go live, you're right here with us.
Let's hear the cheers for the Joy Buzzer.
Yes. Woo! There it is.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. We'll be here for 25 more minutes. Thank you.
We forgot to touch up on something.
What did we forget to touch up on, Zach?
Brett Selleck is retiring.
Yes, he is.
He sure
He
is.
is gone.
11 years, one of the toughest guys in football.
Yep.
Why not go out with a ring?
Exactly right.
That's it.
Great way to retire.
All right, crowd. Relax.
Is it off?
All right, enough football. We're done. We're moving on.
It's
moving
off
on.
Okay.
But real quick, I want to mention that the college football kicked off last night.
Yes.
There was a couple good games on, although I fell asleep and don't know who won what. But
Good segue.
I'll tell you what.
Nice work.
Purdue and Northwestern was put on a great show, and I went to bed. It was 31-21. Northwestern was beating Purdue, but I fell asleep, and I don't know who won the game. So anybody out there, tell me next week. Because we're recording.
Yeah, in front of a live studio. If anybody out there in the live studio audience, hit us up. Give us the information.
If you find out the score, DM us on Instagram at the official Joy Buzzer, and I'll let the commission know.
Ooh, he's getting good at that.
All right.
Yeah, there.
And it's what about 7:35? So the Phillies have started against the Cubs, right?
Yeah, sure. We'll go back.
But first, Sean, before we get to the Phils,
God damn it!
Before we get to the Phils, we're talking football. We're talking football.
So
we're talking worldwide football, Sean.
What the hell was that?
That was the crowd chiming in. Woo! Talking about the hottest team right now.
In Philadelphia, bearing the Philadelphia name.
Don't say they're in Philadelphia.
They're bearing the. Am I wrong?
What's that?
Do they bear the Philadelphia name?
They do.
Okay.
Chester's a suburb. You can say it. It's our suburb.
There's so many things I want to say about Chester.
The fact that they got to make it off ramp, off the bridge, and put you in the middle of the field.
That's right. Middle of the pitch. Come on.
Pitch field.
Right. Am I right?
Same thing.
You can say field. You're in America.
You can say field. You're in America.
Say you guys suck. I've already ruined your segment.
So what's 0-0? What do you call that?
I call that every friggin' soccer game I've ever watched.
Nil.
Not with this Union team.
No.
The only one that's getting blank sheets is our man.
It's the other team.
That's right. Mr. Blake.
The Union are hot right now.
They're a hot team.
Winning
Sean.
hot.
Winning 5 in a row, 4 in MLS season play.
That's right.
Well, we got 3 shutouts in a row going.
I just want to
3
know
shutouts.
what the hand gesture was that Rob did.
I'm giving him the old Ajamu.
Ole.
One.
So we
I
left
was trying to
you.
figure out what that was.
This is why I'm not on camera. I'm getting away from Rob C.
Like you can see him getting out of the shower right now.
As he coughs up a lung. As he coughs up a lung there.
So we took on last Saturday night. We took on NYCFC, which Jim Curtin was saying was going to be the big test for them. That was the team they were seeing where they were going to stack up because they see them as one of the top tier in the league, and we beat them 2-0.
Yeah, we owned them.
Well,
and it got chippy there at the end, if I remember. Sean was pointing that
Yes,
I was.
Alcinho.
You were watching soccer?
I didn't know they
Yes,
were
your
playing.
dad was watching soccer.
I didn't even know they
Oh
were
my
playing.
God, there's a blue moon tonight.
I'll be totally honest. Didn't even know they were playing.
Oh, come on now.
And then we took. That was actually 2 Saturdays.
Well,
ago.
actually, no.
Was that Umbop?
That was
Obop.
I was actually down at Temple, so I wasn't watching the game.
Right. Then
Sure you
last
were.
Saturday they took on the
What were you
New
doing?
England Revolution,
That's right.
and we won
But-
that one though.
Right. But most importantly, last Wednesday, Sean, and I know you watched this game because your boy
I
Wayne
wasn't home.
Your boy Wayne Rooney was playing.
Was he? I missed it.
You sure did.
Yes.
I
Way to go.
wasn't
Shut him
home.
down.
We did completely shut him down. He was not a factor at all.
Right.
He
Not
got he
at
got one
all.
good shot off in the
Zach,
in the
I would
beginning.
love to have seen this.
You'd love to see Wayne Rooney,
Sure.
but
No comment.
we were able to shut him down, and that was the big. That's the big part of DC United's team right now.
Yeah,
is
ever
Wayne
since
Rooney.
after they picked him up because they did stink, and then they signed him, and they've been getting better.
Everything runs through Rooney.
So they stink less,
They
They
do
stink
stink
less.
less.
but they still stink.
They still somewhat.
So why is this a big test if they stink?
No, that was New York. That was New York
Yeah.
City FC was the
I'm
big
so
test.
confused.
These are not.
Are you
These are games that we
So-
should. The way we're playing right now, we should be winning.
Okay.
And we are.
Now the team they played on Wednesday.
DC United.
right?
Okay, so when did they play the NYUCT?
They
2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. That was the big test.
Okay.
When did they
Now-
play
And I wanted to
ABCDFG?
Right. Now
My
now-
concern was, is it kind
Now-
of like every other Philadelphia team where we play up to the team we're playing and then get our asses kicked by the teams that suck?
Here's the thing. There's only like 8 games left in the season. And they right now
Season 1.
they're
And then season
locking
2
up
start the next month.
No. Quiet.
But then there's 17
Shut-
playoff games and then 5 championship rounds.
there's not.
No.
And then there's
No.
a tournament that has nothing to do with this.
Relax.
This is not the NBA
We're not doing this.
NBA.
or NHL. There's not 600 playoff games.
We're not doing this.
But they got 7 or 8 games left.
Okay.
Right.
Right now they're holding on to the 5th playoff spot.
5th.
They've got a chance to get up into the 4th playoff spot, which means they host they start off the playoffs
Yeah.
at home
Oh.
instead of on the road.
That's big.
And they are
because you want to start off at home and get that nice.
They are
you want that
beating-
home win,
they are beating the teams that are right behind them in the standings.
right?
So they are putting a big gap between in and out of the playoffs actually right now.
right.
Okay.
They are doing, for the first time, it feels like, doing what they need to do.
Right. And this team didn't start taking off until your boy, Corey Burke.
Burke.
Inserted into the lineup.
My boy?
I thought it was
That's right.
CJ Zapong.
Well, CJ Tapong
Finally scored again.
He hasn't been playing well the whole
No.
season.
Nope.
It's like the league figured him out, and then all of a sudden you put Corey Burke in there, who's a big-bodied, fast, strong Haitian dude, puts his head on the ball,
Yep.
and he's been in there scoring goals every time he starts. He scores a goal.
He was 7 for 7 when he starts. He scores.
That's it.
Now he's 7 for 8.
What do you think of that?
He started against DC and did not score.
I'm just watching the chemist die.
Pretty sure he
over
had an
there.
assist. Though.
No, he had an assist.
So still helped in factoring into something which helped Sapong get going.
Right. And,
Maybe he'll finally take off.
and the other,
Yeah, look back and forth.
Yeah. And the other thing is
What, in the ass?
your other favorite player, Fafa Pico.
Fafa.
Ever since they inserted Fafa Pico into that midfield.
Oh, he's a real quick winger, isn't
He's
he?
Fafa
Yes,
fast.
he is. Look at that.
Right.
Look
Hey,
at that.
look at that.
See
There you
that?
go.
Uh-huh.
But look
He's,
at
He scored too.
he scored against DC.
He's been busting his ass lately.
Really?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
Oh,
So you can see we're excited. I can see it in your eyes.
Yes,
I'm
because
really
next week is
excited.
Eagles.
So who do they play next?
They play Orlando City. They host Orlando City.
Now, is Orlando good or bad?
They're not that good this year.
So they should
Not
win this
this year.
game easy.
They should.
The only thing that's going to factor in this week is it's game 3 in 8 days. And after the really hot game they played in D.C. Wednesday,
Right.
that's the only thing to see how exhaustion is going to play a factor in this.
Right.
All right, so when and where is the Orlando game?
That game is tomorrow, and it's here. No, I'm sorry. It's in Orlando.
Oh, okay.
The rest of the schedule, the big games coming up that you have to worry about is September 29th. They actually have a head-on-head with Columbus, who is right now 4th. So
that's a big one.
That's a big one. But before you get to that Columbus game, they have to play a couple of Western Conference teams. They got to play Seattle. They got to play Sporting Kansas City, and they got to play Houston. All good.
Sporting's up second in their conference.
All good Western Conference teams.
Yes.
So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for them.
Okay.
But they're proving themselves right now that they
if they can play up to that competition.
And the biggest thing was Dutch Cal, like we talked before.
Yeah.
When he finally took over that center field.
Wait a minute. The guy's
Yes.
name is Dutch Cal?
Dutch Cal.
Dutch Cal.
Dutch Cal.
We just call him Dutch Cal because
Dutch Cal, because we're Americans.
Oh, that's an unfortunate name.
Dutch
isn't
Cal.
it?
He's got his
names come from.
Unfortunate.
Oh, I don't know, overseas.
Yeah.
But it was just that's all it was. That was the type of guy that I still miss Barnetta.
Yeah.
And that was huge when we lost him a couple seasons ago. This center field never recovered. Seeing Dutch Cal come in and how he plays and how smart he is football wise, it just took a little bit of time because he was a new guy on the team.
And
it clicked.
Yeah,
and we're off and running.
Yeah, they're now rounding out to form. Just like Jazz.
Just like Jazz, right?
Just like Jazz is rounding up to form.
We're not going to take that first place seed. But
we're not going to take
we're
it.
going to put ourselves in the playoffs.
Atlanta's still
staying
that
there.
number 1 seed in the East. So
They're just.
But
they're
you're
ridiculous.
eventually going to have to. Honestly, I want to see them down the road. I want to see them in the playoffs. I want that Atlanta team. I want to see how good they are, especially how the Union are playing.
And that's the
now.
thing is, when
Right,
we played them this year, we should have kicked their ass. But for some reason, we kept getting red carded.
Right. We got 2 red cards again, and we still.
In 2 seconds of each other.
Yeah.
And then we got a
still
blue
held
card.
on.
And we still played well against them.
That's right.
Then we got a
It's
rainbow
like,
card.
it's like a flag, sir. We'll explain it later.
Shush, 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 shush.
Shush, shush, shush. That was our Union talk.
That's
Union are on the rise.
Yeah.
They're going to make the playoffs this season.
That's it. I play again for them.
I can't wait. Let's see some playoff soccer again.
Woo! Yes, Sean. Sean, any words? Woo!
All right.
That's it?
That's all I got.
Blow that out. All right.
All right. Zach, anything to add?
Nope.
So
right.
now we're going to go in the opposite direction after talking about the rising Union to the collapsing Phillies.
Yes.
And they are. They are.
Very fast.
They have a tough weekend with the Cubbies this weekend. It's going to be a real tough weekend.
And they just obtained a new player.
Ooh.
Joey
the intern.
Bats.
Joey Bats.
I
Who
thought you were
helped
talking
them out?
about, Batista? Or who?
That's Joey Bats.
Oh, okay. You can see how much I pay attention to sports.
That's the best right there.
We're talking sports?
We're talking baseball.
I never once heard him called Joey Bats.
What in the ass?
Yes, Jose Batista, who I hate.
Right, not
Can't-
the...
Mr. Potato Head?
Tandem.
The best thing when he got punched in the face at second
Yes.
base.
Oh,
that was
against
amazing.
the Rangers.
That was great.
That
Oh,
was
man.
such
That
a
was
clean
amazing.
shot, too.
Oh, dude. You saw his face kind of contort.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he
It
looked
was like that slow mo. We're just like,
oh, man.
He got hit. He went,
But
"No."
he's a Philly now, so we got
Right.
to
Yes,
rep
yes,
him.
But that's still funny because he got hit and he went, no, yeah.
Yeah, he looked like Mr. Potato Head. He looked like a human version of Mr. Potato
his
Head.
ear went in the left
His
field, his
ears
eye
was
went in the
like-
right field.
And all because of the bat flip. I would have knocked him out too.
Yeah, exactly
I see
right.
a bat flip
Cocky
like
guy.
that. I'm surprised he didn't get one between the ears. I'd put one right
Yeah.
in the helmet.
Absolutely.
I hate the bat flip. It drives me insane. I'm an old timer, I guess now, but It used to be when a batter showed off a pitcher, he just laid the bat across home plate.
Yep.
Just dropped the bat on plate and just walked.
And then the next time up, he got one in the ear hole.
And then he got one in the ear hole.
Right in the ear hole. They use protection?
No.
Oh, damn.
And now
they were strong and straight.
Yeah.
So,
but you know what
we were talking about last week with you must win in the division. Clearly, they did not take our advice.
Nope.
No, they didn't.
Against the Nationals.
Who have given up for the season.
In my opinion, this is just my humble opinion.
Ooh.
IMO.
My question is, how does Anthony Rendon just continue to murder the Phillies? I'm telling you, I think he's probably hitting about 425 against the Phillies with like 6 home runs and maybe 35, 40 RBIs.
He's Brian McCannish in that way.
He really is.
I was just about to. I was just about to say
eats
that.
up the Phillies, and it drives me insane.
It's just that guy. That's it.
It's ridiculous. But you know what? I got another question. I don't really want to talk about win-loss record yet. I want to talk Roman Quinn.
Yes.
Good.
Roman Quinn absolutely positively must be your starting center fielder right now.
Oh, 100%.
Must.
Yes.
Why he keeps bringing up that freaking idiot Odubel Herrera, I'll never ever know. But he's Roman Quinn does it all. He's got it all.
Right.
He's got the speed. He's got the
and he's that spark plug.
He has a good arm too.
And yes,
he has a good arm.
Yes, he does.
He's got a cannon for a little guy. He's got a cannon. Arm.
Absolutely, and he covers the hell out of center field.
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what Kapler's thinking. When they brought up Quinn and I saw he could play well, I thought at least platoon him for the rest of the year.
Right.
But now I'm serious. I'm with the commission on this.
Yes.
Start Quinn because Odubel, as much as they want to try and get him started and get him fired up, he's not doing it.
Nope.
He's done. He's.
I think he's. Honestly, I
he's
think
toast
done
for
here.
this season.
Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's hit 2 home runs against Scherzer in big time moments, and they were great.
But that goes back
But
to.
that's all he's done.
But that goes back to he just has his number.
That's it.
If you have
That's
one
all he's
guy's
done.
number
And
all
before
season,
that-
especially a pitcher, who cares?
Didn't Santana hit a grand slam the other night?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
And nobody's mentioned that because you know why?
220.
Everybody hates.
Yeah, I know.
Santana.
220.
That's why I had to throw that in there.
You know, you look back, hindsight being 2020, and I think we all said it too. It was a bad signing.
It was, and they know it. They know it.
A lot of money too.
Yeah,
Right,
60 million or something like that.
Yeah,
Right.
They maybe
Or 30 million.
Maybe they got drunk one night and says, you know what, Reese can still play the outfield, and we'll just get a first baseman. Why?
Reese Hoskins could not play the outfield,
and he is a bona fide first baseman. You know,
You can see
lock,
the way.
stock, and barrel. You could have locked up your first base power position
Yeah.
and gone and gotten a journeyman outfielder, which you ended up getting anyway with Joey
Joe
Bats.
Bats.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
you could have got him for a song
They're not-
at the
And-
beginning
and
of
you
the
know
year.
what? If things had played out differently, your outfielder could have been Roman Quinn at center, or even a Double, but you could have put Nicky Williams in left,
Yep.
and Altera in right if Altera could have
Well,
gotten
that's
his
yeah,
ass.
right.
And
yeah.
you could still put Reese Hoskins at first base.
Yes.
You know, you have a plethora of outfielders there. Why are you putting Reese out there out of position?
Way out of position.
And you
yeah.
could tell just when that ball's hit,
Oh,
yeah.
you see him like, which way do I run?
Right.
Well-
He went back
Yeah.
and never recovered, and that cost him the run.
And there's a reason why this team leads the majors in errors.
Yes.
You got a bunch of guys. You got at least 2 guys playing out of position. You got Reese playing in the outfield, and Kinnery, as much as I like him, he's a second baseman.
He's a second baseman.
He's not a shortstop.
He's played a great shortstop.
He's played a decent shortstop.
I haven't mind him at shortstop. I thought he's been playing okay.
Just okay.
But
Just
you know what?
okay, but still like well enough that
Go
it's
ahead.
not hurting the team.
Right.
He hasn't really. I haven't seen him really hurt the team in that position.
I think
yet.
it's hurting the team in that he's thinking too much about playing shortstop, that it's messing up his swing.
That may be right.
So
That may be right.
he's not putting up the offensive numbers that you thought a guy like Kinnery was going to put up.
Yeah.
And maybe next year when they move Cesar, or Cesar starts packing bags at the airport.
Is anybody just as done with Cesar Hernandez as I am? I am so done with this guy.
They should
It's
do what they did with
ridiculous.
who was it doing in the NFL? They got traded and they just literally stopped the bus and dropped him off at the bus stop the other day. Who was it? Was it Bridgewater?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Teddy
Yeah,
Bridgewater?
he was with the Jets, right?
Yeah, he got traded to the
and he got
Saints, too.
traded mid bus ride, and they stopped the bus, told him to get his shit, get off, and he went down to New Orleans.
It's the truth.
It's kind of messed
That
up.
is
Picking a
great.
black guy off the bus. That's messed
They
up.
literally, his team said, "Get the hell off the bus."
And he
Grab
wrote the post. He
your
said,
bags,
"No."
You are no longer a Jet. Get off
and,
the
they-
bus.
and get off the bus.
Yep.
And-
Oh my God, that is
Because
spectacular.
that was the quarterback they had start for them last night. Didn't even have his cleats with him.
Nope.
Because they didn't think he was going to be playing. He had to go
McCown.
back in the locker room and get his
Josh
stuff.
McCown.
That's great.
Because they got rid of Bridgewater mid-transit.
On the bus.
So true.
Can you imagine he's there at the bus stop at what's it down in Chinatown there on Ray Street with his Jets
Ninth and
bag.
Race.
At 9th and Race. Right. So the remaining Phillies schedule, all right, after they get done with this Cup Series, they got the Marlins. They're in Miami, then they're in New York, and then they finish. They come back home. The Nats again,
course.
the Marlins, and the Mets, and then the Braves for 3 on the road. So
But
September's going to suck for us if we don't start winning the
we
division.
got to win in the division.
this Sunday,
It's going to really,
this
really suck.
Sunday,
Sunday,
Yes.
Sunday.
Aaron Nola versus Cole Hamels.
Right. And
Really?
and-
Yes.
Right. And we can just lament the fact that we did not pick up Cole Hamels.
But he was playing, and I had this
I'm glad
conversation
we didn't.
at work.
No.
I'm glad we
the way
didn't.
he's pitching back
He
in
was
the National
play-
League.
He was playing bad with the Rangers.
The
Now,
Rangers.
I know he's 4-0 with the 4-0 with
Yeah,
the Cubs.
he's undefeated.
He's pitching well.
Right.
But you know what? I'm telling you, bring him back here, and you're expecting a 2008 Cole Hamels.
No,
Right.
you don't. You expect him to be a solid 3 guy.
No,
and
you
can
know
move
there's
Pivetta
sports
to the
fans
four-
here in Philly.
Yeah.
They want their 2008 Cole Hamels.
They want their Golden
No.
Glove winner here.
But that's the thing is, I don't.
Who the hell's a Golden Glove winner?
Was it Cole Hamels a Golden Glove
Was he,
winner?
was he a boxer?
What's he, a boxer? He didn't win the Golden Glove.
I don't know. This is what I'm talking
Thanks
about.
chiming in there, pal.
I tried.
That was the greatest.
I
He's so
tried.
cute.
I tried.
Better bring the show to a screeching halt.
Just remember to follow us on Instagram, the official Joy Buzzer. That I won't be making mistakes on.
But where would you have put him?
Yeah, that deserves it.
Where would you have put him in that lineup?
Oh, I would have dropped Nick Pivetta in a heartbeat.
No.
Pavetta, you would have taken
Yeah, I
out?
was thinking Pivetta.
No.
Eflin was-
I think Pavetta has more upside as a 4-star.
If you pick up Cole Hamels,
if you picked up Hamels, that's
then
what I'm saying.
you drop Pivetta.
Right.
I think.
And Eflin now becomes your long man, something that Gabe doesn't use because he burns up his bullpen. You need a long man. You need a guy who can go 3 innings.
Yep.
3 or 4 innings
So you
in
would
the
make-
middle of a game.
So
You'd make
if he has
Pavetta.
to-
You'd make Pavetta that.
Yeah.
You
So
would
if
take
he
him out
has
of
to bat,
starter.
then he bats. But he's got to stay in the game.
right.
I
I would make Eflin.
That's just the thing with
Eflin, the
Kaplan.
long guy.
Anytime a pitcher has to bat, he contemplates taking him out of the game. Anytime.
Right.
No matter what the situation.
Oh, yeah, it's instant.
If someone's coming up the bat, we got to pinch hit for him.
Yep, it's instant, and
So
that's
just
why we
get a
burn
pitcher
burn
up.
a pitcher an inning.
It drives me
Because it's just literally every game we're using the entire bullpen.
I
how
want-
how do we get to the 9th inning and we have no one left
Right.
on the bench? How many times has that happened
Because
this year?
and I just found this out. We've been playing with a short bench all
Short
year.
bench, yes.
We've only been playing with 3 or 4 guys.
He kept
and
an extra pitcher.
Right, to keep an extra
because he goes
We
through
need it.
them.
through pitchers.
Yeah, we
Right.
need it.
So they have to, which is ridiculous. So
You can't not have that extra
Right.
pitcher because they use 5 a game.
we know the Phillies.
crazy.
The Phillies have a tough road.
It's tough. I still have faith, although my
Really?
my tweets my text messages to the commissioner the other night were like, "I'm done. I'm not even watching a game anymore." And of course, the next day, I'm watching the game.
Oh yeah,
So-
you're always.
Oh, you
it's-
gotta
I'm
watch.
done. I'm not watching them anymore.
That's
I'm not watching
tradition.
this year.
I've already decided that the season has been successful, but they're not going to make the playoffs, and I am okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with
The-
that.
the See, only-
because nobody expected them to come this far
Here's
anyway.
here's the thing, Commiss. I would love that, except that they played so well. I kind of wish
I don't wanna
that
see it go to waste.
that they were 20 games back and they were a dreck, because
Yeah,
at least I could have fun watching them be bad. Now
See, I don't like
they've had a good run of it, and they're playing like dreck now, and that's worse. That's a worse feeling when it's like they're throwing away the season
Do you
in the
think-
last month.
do
I'll
you
agree with you
think
with that.
Yeah.
that the rest of the league figured them out?
What's there to figure out, though?
I think
the rest of the league said, you know what? Let's make them throw the ball around the infield.
No,
Let's make them.
I think the Nationals figured that out.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I think the rest of the league figured out that the Philadelphia Phillies do not understand the concept of a shutdown inning.
They don't.
No.
And
you know what? That was something I did want to bring up today. Was in the past, even going back 2-3 weeks, when have you seen us score runs and then the next half inning give up runs?
Right. All the time now.
They were talking about it on the broadcast.
They lost the concept of shutdown innings.
It's unreal.
Yep.
How many times this year that we have scored runs, and then 3 outs later, when the other team's batting, they score.
Yep.
Yeah.
Either they tie it up, even one run.
Even Nola.
I don't even want to
Nola's
see,
just as guilty as everybody else.
I don't even want to see one run on that board. I want to see us score something.
Yeah,
the next half inning is
the studio
zero.
audience agrees with us here, man. This is the studio audience just griping.
I think they're griping at us.
No, they're not.
Well, they're gripping at you the way you brought down the show.
I'm moving past that, goddammit. Move past that.
Yeah, audience, golden gloves.
Golden gloves. All right, so we all agree that the Phillies have a tough road ahead.
Very
we
tough.
all hope they make
I
the
hate you,
playoffs. Some of us think they're not going to. Some of us think they have a shot.
Hey,
That's all you can ask for.
They got
all
a
you
shot.
can shot. You know, and you have said that before. Playing competitive baseball up until football and the winter sports start.
This has been the funnest season to watch for the Phillies in a long time.
You know what? I have to differ on that. They've been successful, but I hate this team. I literally hate rooting for this.
But you know what?
There's not a guy on this team that I want to root for.
A friend of mine said
except
it
for
best.
Roman Quinn now.
A friend of
Even
all of
Hoskins?
ours said it best. A friend of ours said the Phillies got us to the Eagles season.
Yeah.
They got us to football. And that's all you can ask for the Phillies right now.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and Hoskins, yeah, okay, but sometimes these dogs don't have any fight in them, and that's what drives me insane about this Phillies team. Odubel Herrera.
Oh, I'm done
is
with him. I haven't done with him for a
lackadaisical.
little while.
Franco, as well as he's played. Santana just looks like he's going through the motions and doesn't really care. He's getting paid. Kinnery looks lost. Hoskins looks lost in the outfield. Altair, when he was playing, and they kept putting him out there. And
Nick Williams.
Nick Williams looked lost a little bit. I think he's coming up. He's founding a little bit. I think becoming a regular player and knowing that hard work.
So next year, before Trout gets here, it'll be a Nick Williams, Roman Quinn, Bryce Harper outfield, and I think that's pretty good.
It's pretty good
With Reese Hoskins at first base. All right,
Still delusional.
we gotta end the show.
We do.
It's time to go.
It's time to go.
It's time to go.
And
Even though we're recording, we can go as long as we want.
The end is near.
Nick is called only for an hour, and since it's Nicky's Joy Buzzer,
And
it's time
soon the
to go.
Sixers are starting up soon.
The crowd agrees with us.
Get out of here.
Sixers are starting up soon.
Get out of
And
here.
apparently,
Oh, hey, the
Ben
best
Simmons.
Yeah, hold on. The best thing about the Eagles game yesterday was Coots showed up on the sideline.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's excited because they'll be playing there in February.
That's right. They were pumping up the
Stadium Series.
Rock on,
Against
Coots.
Schittsburg.
Rock on, Coots.
That's right. Couturier.
Couturier.
Our number one center.
Rock on.
Rock on.
Yeah.
Rock hard.
Nicky Cola.
I'm here. This was a fun show. Thank you to the studio audience for watching
And
us.
thank you to CSB. Rob C., the instigator.
Remember, oh gosh, I forgot that Marvin Gaye stuff for the intern.
The show-killing intern.
Really, that's what we're going with?
It's Mr. Golden Gloves himself.
I'm putting in my 2 weeks.
He's a fighter.
I am the commission. Just so you know, next week we will discuss the Eagles' first game of the season.
Oh, yeah. And we promise we'll put out more tweets.
I got
more
half a chub.
Facebook posts, more Instagram posts. All your sports, come to us.
Don't go anywhere else.
And enjoy.
Come to us.
Enjoy the buzz.
We are officially the best show on YouTube.
Yes.
YouTube. And we'll see you next week.
So long, farewell, au revoir, Wiedersehen. I'd like to stay and taste my first champagne. Yes?
No. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. I leave and heave a sigh and say goodbye.
The sun has gone to bed, and so must I. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.